you're a DM and you're playing games and you're using a book and it says random encounter, and you can go onto websites and do random encounter generators and just come up with stuff. It doesn't want to necessarily be an ogre or a vampire or a black pudding. So these are the sort of things that maybe I can help with. I'm going to do a series of videos when I can think of them, when I remember them. Share some of the stuff that came up in my dungeon crawl the other week, which mostly didn't get used. Some of it did get used, but not to its full extent. So I thought maybe you'd want to use them instead. And then you can try them, see how you do, and maybe even report back and say, that worked, or yeah, that didn't work. The Cursed Child would be an interesting one to hear back from. But yeah, let's see how we do. I come up with these things off the top of my head. That was literally off the top of my head, and it's something that I can do. I've always been able to do. I just used to make up stories for friends' kids and my niece and nephews by literally picking up a mirror and saying, this is a story about a pink-haired princess who had never seen a mirror. And I would tell a story. So, first one. Your party walk into a room. As you step onto the first flagstone paving, the door slides shut behind you, locking you in. But the only way forward is forward. And the only way to do that is to move every single box one at a time. And it's kind of like three-dimensional Tetris. You are presented with one square in front of you and another square in front of that, and then there are just boxes. Square boxes, mostly fairly empty, able to be picked up by one or two people. The room is a cube, 6 squares wide, 6 squares long, 6 squares high, and the room is just filled with boxes. All you have to do is move one box to another. Every now and then, as you go through, there will be a space, and thus you can create more space as you go. So you've got a room full of boxes, and it's like so, and you have to move through the room by displacing one box, putting it down. I guess you can stand on it. You can then move this to there, and then that goes to there. Then everyone has to move to that one, and everyone has to stand on that box. And then you move this one to here to get to here. And progress will be slow, and inside some of the boxes may be random encounters, which you could work out either through more of my ideas or through a random encounter generator, or it's something you've already got, and see how you do. It could be half a night on its own if it works out. You could give them 3 or 4 dormant things in boxes to attack your party, fight them in really enclosed spaces, lose half the ability and half their attacks because it's so small, so cramped. There we go. First of the random encounters, courtesy of the Chimera and myself, SoloNic.